Places gone, forgotten, renewed. This is Forgotten Places. So for today's episode, I decided that we would take a look at City View Center and the neighboring Bridgeview Crossings, which you may not have heard so much about. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this one because it's been done by a lot of other YouTube makers, but I believe I can add some to the story here, so I decided I would cover this place. So right there is one of the buildings that was never developed. As you can see, it's just sitting there half built. There's a lot of buildings here that were never finished because the methane level outbreak happened and the developers got all scared and decided to back out of this project. I'll give you a closer look in a second here. So up close here you can see the building. It's been abandoned for almost 10 years, I think. You can see there's even trees growing inside of it, just to show you how long it's been sitting there like that. It's quite interesting how this place never even got going. And there's several places that did, and there's quite a few that were only here for like 3 or 4 years. If you could see right there, is the back of that building. There's trees growing through the wall, basically. Well, it's a doorway, but that just goes to show you how nature kind of reclaims forgotten places like that. So here's the main complex of City View. There were several stores, as you could see. It goes all the way down. This whole thing is like half a mile long here. The parking lot's just huge. It was all built on this landfill. I know that was part of the issue. I wouldn't say that's completely why, because there's still some businesses here, but that first store right there is an abandoned Walmart. It was open for like 3 or 4 years, I think, from like 06 to 09 or so. And next to it, that was, I believe, I can't remember. I think that was a Circuit City. And the next one, I don't know all of them by name. I'll show you as we get down there. And if you can look here on the right, that's just the receiving area for the Walmart tire department, stuff like that. You used to be able to drive right by it, but they put these concrete blocks here to, I believe, stop the truckers from sleeping here at night, because this would kind of become a popular place for them to park their big rigs. So here is the other side that I showed you before, but this is a little closer. That gray building on the right, that was an Office Max. Right here was a Joann fabric store. And one of these was Office Depot, I thought, but maybe it was just Office Max. And right here was a Dick's Sporting Goods. You can tell by the design, obviously. And I'll show you the other places on the other side. Right here, this was a PetSmart. It's been vacated for quite a while. On the left, that was something else that was under construction but never got done. And just like the other places, there's trees growing in it because it's been abandoned for about a decade almost now. Now, some of the other videos cover this, but I'm just going to cover it too. Since this is on a landfill, there's been a lot of sinking of the parking lot. The buildings stay put because they're on a solid foundation, but the parking lot's not. So as you can see, since this opened, it's sunk about a foot. Right there, you can see the line where the parking lot used to be. I could show you a couple more angles of that. So there's another look just to show you the sinking of the parking lot. Over here, it's sunk even more, probably about 2.5 feet. Those stairs don't even reach the bottom anymore. It really is amazing how much this is sunk in just a matter of about 13 years or so. Now this is the side known as Bridgeview Crossings. As you can see, there's nothing here because, well, there is some things here, but most of it never got started. If you look right there, that was a building that was the beginning of the new side of the plaza, but it never got started. And I'm going to show you another side of it where there's a completely built store that never opened, period. So over here, That's a completely built Aldi store, folks. I'm pretty sure. By the design, it has to be. It has to have been an Aldi. If you see there, it was completely finished, and it looks like by the gray. So over here, that's a completely built store, folks. And by the design, I'm quite certain that was supposed to be an Aldi store. It looks just like the modern design of Aldi stores. As you can see by the gray cinder blocks, it's obvious that they were going to attach more places to it. But as you can see, nothing ever developed here because of the failure of City View on the other side of the freeway. But I'll give you a better look at that Aldi, or Aldi to be, when I get on the other side here. And there's just a better look at the building from before. I know they were going to put a Target here. I don't think that was the Target, but there were plans in place to put a Target store in this area of land that never materialized. But those were definitely other plans for this area that never became the Bridgeview Crossings. There's been plans to put an outlet mall here more recently, but I don't think that's happening either. And nobody seems to really know what's going to become of this land. So here's a better look at the store that never opened. That was most likely an Aldi. As you can see there by the entrance and everything, and had a cart dock, and that, you know, the road was never built even to get there. It's like it was, the building was done, but they never even built the road to get there. But it's just very rare you get a building that never opened that's abandoned. I mean, that just doesn't happen. I don't know if this side was a landfill as well, but it's quite interesting how this whole thing is materialized here. And there's just a look at the back dock of the Aldi there. It's clearly been vandalized, and it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. I almost think it's more economical to demolish these buildings than just leave them like that. But there they stand. And thank you as always for watching another episode of Forgotten Places. If you enjoy my videos, please give us a like, maybe subscribe, and even share. Thank you again.